สวัสดีค่ะ everyone. My name is Tishawree Gerdpratoom and today I'm honored to present my research title Redefining the Concept of Waste Implementation of Circular Economy for Bangkok Peri-Urban Low-Income Community. Start with the global statistic. There were 2,100 million tons of waste dumped on planet every year. Globally, 70% of waste is in landfill, with only 19% being recycled. The majority of waste is still poorly managed, highlight the urgent need for a better waste recovery and sustainable solution. Let me start with the global overview. This map shows the non-municipal solid waste generated per capita in kilogram per person per day. Countries like US produce more than 1 kilogram per day, highlighted in yellows. In contrast, many countries in the global south, including Thailand, fall into 0.5 to 1 kilogram range despite the lower generation rate, often suffer from the insufficient collection and treatment system. This disparity shows that the waste crisis is not just about quantity but also about the capacity. Zooming into Thailand, my research focused on the Pathum Thani Peri-Urban province in the edge of Bangkok. According to the Pollution Control Department, the province generated around 200,000 tons of waste in 2022, but there were 20% will get recycled. Urbanization and the population growth are driving this pressure. Pathum Thani has a population of 1.16 million with a high density of 763 people per square kilometer. As seen in the table, most of the waste is organic food waste, followed by plastic, paper, and glass. These are materials that could be recycled or composted under the circular system. This tells us that the issue is not just about waste production, but it's also about the missed opportunity for recovery and reuse. Waste management in the low-income communities face significant challenges, including inadequate infrastructure, lack of proper waste disposal system, and limited of public awareness. These factors contribute to improper waste disposal. In the low-income neighborhood, waste collection service often cover less than 50% of the population, comparing to 80 to 90% coverage in the high-income area of the same city. The problem today is that waste is not sorted, which makes it difficult to be recycled, causing the environmental problem. The current system is take, make, dispose is linear. By applying circular principle in the low-income community can help reduce waste. This approach is not only benefit the environmental but also support the local economic growth, making a circular economy a good way to improve waste management. After the literature review, I come up with the three main components, which are waste management, low-income community, concepts and the concept of waste, then the circular economy as a core. During the research of circular economy, I can identify the barrier, including inadequate infrastructure, insufficient of awareness, and limited of accessibility for informal collectors. This is my conceptual framework of my research. It uses system thinking to understand how circular economy can be implemented in the low income. I focus on three components. Processes, this included how waste is currently managed. I look at the transitioning from the linear to circular model, where the waste become variable resource through the recoveries, and then values. This shape how community perceive waste. I explore the concept like motivation, mindset, and participation, and how design thinking can help shift perception from waste is useless to waste is opportunity. The actor here I focus on the low income community and how engage them through the participatory method like co-design and community workshop that can drive local action. Especially emphasize on the role of informal waste system and how to integrate them to more formal and sustainable framework. At the center is system thinking, which connect all of these elements. It helps us identify the loop between behavior, practice, and perception, and it's also guide how we can shift the system thinking towards circularity. Also, my research question is how can system thinking be applied to circular economy principle to redefining the concept of waste, improving the waste management, and generate economic opportunity for low-income community in peri-urban Bangkok? And I have three main objectives. The first objective is to analyze the current waste management practice. The second one is to explore the circular economy potential for economic benefit. The third one is to shift perception of waste and as a valuable resource. Then the methodology that I use is the qualitative approach with the semi-structured interview to explore the community perspective, system thinking approach to collaborate in the participatory workshop discussion, and a case study from successful circular economy initiative. My workshop will be mostly focused on the system mapping, problem identification, and also co-designing the solution. Here is how I applied my methodology to the conceptual framework. The research is combined two core approach, semi-structured interview. I conduct the interview with the community member using the purposive sample. I ask the question about how is the current waste management, the awareness of street art, the interest of the circular economy activities, and how they perceive barrier of the waste management. These response help me understand the real life behavior and values around waste in the low income setting. And then the system thinking approach. In parallel, I use the system thinking during the community workshop. This involves defining the system of waste flow and stakeholder and mapping the relationship pain points in the current system and also identifying the opportunity for the circular intervention. Together, these two methods help link actor value processes. The outcome we aim for the clear part to system change. One is that community driven and scalable, as is shown in the diagram. I move from the identifying the community understanding to evaluating the need to co-creating the solution, and that's both enhance environmental and also social value. Then let's take a look on my site study in Pathum Thani, Thailand. Previously, this community lived in the informal setting along the canal in Pathum Thani. Then they moved to medium rise housing and twin housing. This is the demographic analysis for the participation that I interviewed them with. The household size is 182 households. Then I use the Koran formula to calculate the sample size that result in estimate approximately around 30 sample. And these are the list of the question based on the three objectives. And then this is the system thinking approach community workshop with the four steps that align with the three objectives that I introduced early on. The first step is to brainstorm. The workshop, I work directly with the community member to map out the existing waste management process. As you can see here, waste is typically generated from household and then street vendor. Then it gets mixed up both of the organic waste and also recycled material, and then it's sent through a different pathway. Some of it go through the municipal waste service, end up in the landfills, and other are picked up by the informal waste worker and also sold to the scrap dealer. However, this system has many limitations with we categorize into the physical issues such as lack of segregation, flooding, illegal collection, transport challenges, and then the mindset issue like illegal dumping, low incentive to recycling, open burning, limited of awareness. These limitations were not just observed by me, but they were also shared and visualized by the community themselves during the co-design session. It's helped me understand both structural gap and also behavioral barrier that I need to address. Then I cluster the limitation into three main groupings, which are the illegal collection and open dumpings, lack of waste management infrastructure, lack of segregation, and recycling. Step two is the system map. By map out the limitation into three main cashier loop, representing how waste is managed and handled within the community. And step three, I look into the main cashier loop, which are the waste segregation and recycling. Then I looking onto the best case practice from the international and local case study and find the suitable strategy that could be applied to this community. Step four is the system change, is to applying the circular opportunities that I can create the system change transforming from the vicious loop to the virtual loop to increase the awareness. And then we went through the enhancing waste segregation system and then promote the community participation and ownership, then strengthen the circular economy initiative, then it will improve waste management infrastructure and policy. All of these is help to increase awareness, become a virtual loop. And this is also aligned with the objective. The first objective is to access the current waste management practice. Second objective is the potential for circular economy principle. The third objective is the shift of perception of waste. Conclusion: this research explored the circular economy principle and system thinking, transforming from the linear waste management to circular economy, redefining waste as a variable resource and achieving the SDG goal number 8, 11, and 12. By rather than coming up with a one-size-fits-all approach to circular economy, this research developed a workshop process employing the system thinking, exploring the solution to waste management problem, involving in the participation and manners. We can assist the other community like this way to co-designing and develop their site-specific circular economy solution. And these are the reference. Thank you.